Hi, I'm Matt Reese and this is 3 Minute Tech. These are the videos where we cover your strategic financial planning questions without any of that technical jargon. Now in today's episode, we've got something that I think really provides a lot of value for your family and mine. It's an important area that's going to impact a lot of people, and I encourage you to sit down, think about it and speak to your family about it, because the opportunities are quite significant. So today we'll be talking about changes in super legislation. Now I know what you're thinking, it's another change to super and it's bad news for you, but this isn't the case. In fact, this is actually a great change in super legislation. It means you may be able to get more money into super and you may be able to reduce the tax that your children pay. So what's been the change? Well, previously, and as early as last financial year, to be able to contribute to super post the age of 67, you had to meet a work test. What's a work test, you say? Well, you needed to work a minimum of 40 hours in no more than 30 consecutive days. Fortunately, between the ages of 67 and 75, this has been eliminated. So this is opening up a lot more opportunities to be able to use super in a really proactive way. So what are the tricks and what are the traps? And as with anything with changes in legislation and superannuation, there are a few. Well, for one, this removal of the work test only applies to a certain type of contributions. The contributions I'm talking about are non-concessional. These are after-tax monies. So what are non-concessional contributions? Well, as I said, they're made with after-tax funds. Unlike concessional contributions, they don't provide an immediate tax deduction, but what they do is enable you to move more money into super's tax-effective environment. So what is the non-concessional cap? The non-concessional cap is a maximum of $110,000 in any single financial year. But there's also a provision called the bring forward provision. The bring forward, as the name suggests, enabled you to bring forward 2 future years worth of non-concessional cap. What does that mean? Well, instead of a single $110,000, you can potentially do up to $330,000 in a single year. And that's per member of a couple. So what are the strategic opportunities here? Well, they are enormous. If you're aged between 67 and 75, there is advice that you need to be getting. It may be as simple as moving more money into superannuation, or it could be about saving your children tax. This is called a recontribution strategy and something that we'll be addressing in next month's episode of 3 Minute Tech. And it doesn't matter if you're not between 67 and 75, don't tune out, because you may have a grandparent, a parent or a friend that's in that age bracket. So there's advice that you need to be getting. So in today's case study, we have Peter and Olivia. They're 73 and happily retired. Now unfortunately, they were busy with their business and they missed the boat with superannuation. But this financial year, they've elected to sell one of their investment properties for $700,000. Now what are they doing? They're considering investing this in their personal name or via their superannuation fund. Now, if they invest this amount in their personal name, they'll have to pay tax at their personal rate of 34.5%. However, if they use the bring forward provisions that I spoke about earlier, they're able to get a total of $660,000 into superannuation where all the earnings are entirely tax-free. Well, what does this mean? It means over the next 20 years, if they're investing in superannuation as opposed to their individual names, they save over $100,000 in tax. This compounds and means a better lifestyle in retirement for them both, and equally a better inheritance for their children if it goes down that line. So what have we learnt today? Well, we know the work test is being eliminated for any non-concessional contributions. This means prior to the age of 75, you don't need to meet a work test to be able to contribute to super. The strategic opportunities are enormous, so it's important that you speak to your advisor about moving more money into super or about using this freedom to be able to change and reduce the tax that your children pay. So now we're back out of the office, what did we learn? It's an important point just to sit down and have a think about what we covered today and how it might impact you or your family. As always, please reach out to us and we're happy to share and help out in any way that we can.